Hello everybody, welcome back to more Enter the Gungeon. Lich streaking attempts. Pretty successful attempts, I guess, because we are on a streak of 173. 173. Let's roll the die. Did we get a 3? We actually did. Alright. We got ourselves a 3. Let's take the pilot into the Gungeon. Big old news today. Big old news today. And this will tell you exactly how much of a backlog I have. I don't think I have a big one. But you know what? A little bit of something got announced earlier today. I already talked about it on stream two-ish days ago as well. But for those of you who weren't there, let's talk about it. The update is coming out on the 5th. The 5th of April. If you missed the news, here's the news. The new and final update of the game is coming out the 5th of April. Some lockpick, good deal. All right, that's a good start. But yeah, let's talk about it for a bit. I mean, major news. Very, very, very important to talk about. Some really cool things have been confirmed. First of all, Paradox and Lich, Paradox and the Gunslinger are not the same character. We're getting two new characters. There's the random character we're getting, and we're going to be getting the Gunslinger. They're separate. I thought that maybe they would be both the same character in a way, because it would make sense if, like, the Gunslinger came to kill the Lich. If he's the human form of the Lich, that'd be a Paradox. You know, you'd think that... I'd be like, okay, I get it. But apparently, no, they're separate. They're separate characters. So that's pretty cool. One of them, I believe the Gunslinger might have a past. So there's the potentially the Paradox who does not have a past, and there is the Paradox who does not have a past. That is a fact. And then there's potentially the Gunslinger as well having a past. That could be pretty cool. In addition to that, there is an additional secret floor and boss. There is, I don't know if it's like in addition. I don't know if it's going to be like rat style. I don't know. We don't know that necessarily. There's some screenshots we could, like, take guesses from that you can go take a look at. There's one that has a giant bulletkin in what looks like an office, weirdly enough. There is, what else is there? There's a little turtle army. Bizarrely enough, I don't know if that's just like a synergy with the, with Super Space Turtle or a whole new item. It honestly kind of looked like a whole new item to me, but we'll see. We'll see. Obviously, the thing that we knew about the whole time, there's going to be new guns and new passives. They said in the end, it sort of became the size of the supply drop update, which was the first major update to the game. We're not AG&D, noticeably like quite a bit smaller than AG&D, but still relatively substantial. It changed the game pretty heavily when that came out. It was a pretty big deal. So now we know that. Biggest wow of the whole freaking thing. People who've been around on my channel since pre-AG&D may know that I used to do something. I was the originator of something called Rainbow Runs or Rainbow Mode, and it is being officially freaking added into the game, said because of community support. So my Rainbow Mode is becoming a legit mode in the whole freaking video game. You guys are going to be able to play a Rainbow Mode officially, which I'll go over what it is in a moment. Because if they're following my rule set, I could tell you exactly what it's going to be. You know, if they are truly going to follow the rule set. So that is wild and exciting that happened. It's a new NPC, and it looks like there's there's 2 trophy slots, so there's definitely the one NPC. Interesting. And there could maybe even be another one, or just maybe there's 2 types of Rainbow Mode or something. We don't know that yet. We'll see. We could make guesses, probably, but I don't want to do that. All right. Hold on, let's do this up here. But I'm very, very excited about the Rainbow Mode opportunity. That's pretty big. It's a bigette. I'm very pumped. It's a very fun mode, and like I was saying, for those who are... excuse me. What just happened? Oh, backup gun. For those of you who are unfamiliar, rainbow runs are basically at the start of each floor you get one rainbow chest, but you don't just get every single item from the thing. You get what am I doing? It missed. You don't get just every single item. You have to pick one. It's more like think like a draft mode in a card game than anything. Passing up Gungeon. Bold move, dude. Try. So you get that. You get a random, or you open up the rainbow chest. It spawns whatever, like 7-ish items or something. But you only get one of them. You pick your favorite. The rest go away. You don't get anything from any chests on the floor. You only get master rounds. And if they're following my rules, you only get consumables in the shops. All in all, you'd think like sacrificing items maybe would make things rough on you, but the fact of the matter is, like, the rainbow chest items are very likely to give you a banger supreme, Like, you're probably gonna get something really dang good. Like, absurdly good. So I think it runs out, like, most rainbow runs end up being slightly even or maybe even better than a normal run. Even though you're only getting a third of the items, it still is kind of a banger to get the rainbow chest and get to pick from it. You're more like crafting your own run instead of relying as much on RNG. There's still definitely RNG, but it's kind of it's like a draft mode in a card game if you're familiar with like Magic the Gathering, stuff like that. Oh, so I'm most excited for that because obviously it has some ties to me. It's pretty wild. Hey. But what else was there? There was a little bit more, wasn't there? I don't know. I'll be honest. I got pretty swept up in that one thing. All right, we'll go. Oh, do we break the water barrel though? I feel like it always gets broken in here. Oh, nuts! Wait, mutation should put it out. Okay, good. But yeah, so there's the extra floor, the new boss, new items, new guns. 2 new characters. Paradox being probably, aside from now the rainbow mode, Paradox being added is, going to be one of my favorite additions. I don't know exactly how he's going to work yet. So still, obviously, like, we don't know. I assume that it's going to just be randomized items. And it starts with just 3 health and the same amount of consumables as all the other characters. I would like it a little bit more if the stats could be randomized, kind of like my Eden streaks that I've been doing on twitch.tv/retromation. Go follow, buckos. But I'm assuming it's just going to be randomized items. And they're probably not going to be OP or anything like that. They're probably not going to be too crazy, but we'll see. I would love it if they let it get wonky, let it get wild, Let the run potentially suck. Let it potentially suck, let it be potentially amazing. I think people would dig that. But we'll see. All right. But what else? Yeah, I mean, we know it's coming out April 5th, and I'm pretty darn sure it's been confirmed it's coming out on all platforms at the same time, or relatively the same time. Like, same day, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, but that is my assumption. I was doing pretty good. I wasn't going to mention it, but we were on, like, a pretty nice no-hit kind of a streak there. But, yep, you guys can definitely assume that there's going to be a lot of Gungeon content, more than even now. Coming out April 5th, you better bet your buns that there's going to be a lot. I'll talk about for a moment what my potential plans are going to be for then. I don't know exactly how things will shake out, but I'm definitely going to be doing, at least, I'm probably going to be doing like 2 videos of the mainline series a day for a bit as we, get back into the swing of new update cycle. Treat this like an update too. Like, honestly. Yeah, so there's going to be Probably two videos a day of Gungeon for that. I don't know if it's going to be at the cost of another series or not at the time. I don't know. Who knows what's even going to be going on at that point. In addition to that, I am definitely planning on streaming it quite a bit over at twitch.tv/retromation. I don't know if I'm going to be given access to the game early so that I'll have videos up the second it's out. I don't know. Like, genuinely, I have no idea. So, I'll probably be streaming when it comes out, though. I don't know. We'll see. But there's going to be a lot of it, and you can better bet that this is going to be a place where you'll probably find more Gungeon than you even need. I'll got it all for you. But I am outrageously pumped. We'll definitely be trying, like, honestly, maybe every day we'll do, like, an Eden. A Paradox, I should say. It has an official name, you know. A Paradox run and a normal run, something like that. We'll see. But I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Using a lot of mutation. Typically, I don't get that excited about this. We do have Backup Gun, which does make it a little bit more fun. Doesn't make it that much more usable. But it effectively gives us heavy boots with it, though. We don't really get pushed around, which is kind of nice. There's my boy. There you are, baby. Should I go for an armor? Sure. Maybe not necessary. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. Like, I can't really fathom the update making the game worse. Just none of the updates to the game have, oh my god, have made the game like anything but, dang nabbit, but anything but noticeably better. So we'll see what happens, but I'm really, really excited. And not even tentatively. I'm full-blown excited, buckos. Huh. And it seems like a lot of people are as well. I can't wait. It is a very big bummer that it is the final update. But honestly, the fact that it even is getting that update is great, you know? Like, yes, I wish I could have... There would have been one more massive DLC that I could throw my wallet at. Like, I'm sure a lot of people would kill for, like, you know, a full expansion. I would pay, you know, like, I would pay a full whopping whatever it takes, you know, to get more for it. But I'm glad that they are at least doing this last update, and I'm happy, and they're probably happy to move on for a bit, you know, from Gungeon. Because it's probably been all they've, like, thought about for years at this point. I'm sure they're already started development on their next project, but I cannot freaking wait. You know what? Let's try the bottle out, boyos and goyles of every age. Okay. Was there anything else in here? We don't really have money, so it doesn't matter. But I don't know. I'm just trying to think if there was anything else to talk about with the update as far as we knew. Oh, big excitement. Even if, like, doesn't matter how much, big excitement. They are nerfing the boss damage cap. Nerfing the boss damage cap. Thank G's and Rice. Cool. I am so excited about that. I don't care how much, just the fact that they were willing to change it at all surprises me. I thought that was something that they were really, really tied to, and they weren't going to nerf it at all. But even if it gets a minor tweak to it, it's a very good idea to lower, in my opinion. The boss damage cap. Just, in games, I understand wanting to have boss damage caps. What on earth is going to be happening? Oh my god, do we have the... Oh! We have the synergy that there's no longer... We cannot ever take the damage from Lament anymore. In fact, the procs that would damage us now heal us instead. This is an insane synergy. I am so excited. Like, Lament is kind of a tricky pickle. Oh. But this makes it a no-brainer. It makes it so there's, like, really no good reason to not have it. We just get extra chances. I mean, unless you're scared of taking, like, way too much damage against the bullet hell-esque enemies. I guess I could see that being a tricky pickle as well. But they said in the there was like a PlayStation article talking about the new update coming out. And it seems like they want the players to feel more powerful more often. And I admire that so much. That's something that I've been talking about a lot in my videos. Is just letting players feel powerful, letting them feel challenged, but also like letting them feel powerful. Because variance in runs it runs deep in people's like appreciation for roguelikes. It's often cited as, you know, like a really, you gotta be kidding me. It's cited as a really, really important factor, you know, in the how a roguelike goes down in like roguelike history. Can you munch this? Doesn't want it. Okay. Because you know, it adds to the length of time you can play the game before like runs start to feel all the same. I talked about it with the rat, but I mention it with the boss damage cap a lot because having a high boss damage cap makes it so your strong runs don't feel as strong, and that's fine. But also, you want your runs to feel different. You want the strong runs to feel strong, and that if that comes at the price of some runs feeling weak, I think that's okay. Like, look at Binding of Isaac. You can, especially like Binding of Isaac with the Eden character in that game, you can get a rough go. You can get a really, really bad start, or you can get a start where it's like, I don't think that it's possible for me to lose this. And I think that's frankly beautiful. Why'd I do it, you ask? Hold on. Let me think about that. I was not going to keep the Ring of Miserly Protection. I think honestly, it's pretty Duke. Unless you get it on floor 4 or 5, I think it's pretty dang Duke-ish, if you ask me. Huh. But, alas, it was on purpose, I promise. More health is for cowards. More damage is for cool boys. Boils and goils, even. Bot, loser. I feel like we have a higher damage weapon, but at the same time, Anvilin is a banger supreme, though. So maybe not. Bloopin', I see you, trickster. Oh. Did we stun you? Get stun, son! Blooper, it's worth it. Did we spawn like a lot of extra guys? Or is this just an easier room because it's so much bigger? Don't you dare. Okay, I don't think there's anything else we want. I would probably buy ammo. It's alright. Let's answer some Gungeon questions. Or rather, just some Discord questions. They might not be about Gungeon. I feel like they all are that I see. Oh, no. But yeah, if you have any Discord questions you want to ask that I will answer in the video, by the time I get to them, it might be in the new series even. We'll see. But click the link down in the description. Join the Discord. Pop it in the Rito Questions channel. Chubby Kooky asks, Started getting back into ETG, End of the Gungeon, about a week ago. I was wondering if you have any tips to help me get better at the game. This is a very frequently asked question. Not in the Rito questions, but just in general by me. It really is a shame that I don't have, like, better answers. Aside from, like, really start to play the game, like, a lot. Because the biggest thing you can do is memorize how enemies are going to come at you. And memorize different, like, room layouts, so you just get familiar with them. You realize how to tackle them like a puzzle. Because for the first long time of the game, you're going to be tackling every single situation strictly like a reflex challenge. When you play the game over time, it becomes less of a reflex challenge and more of a puzzle/reflex kind of hybrid. You think about, like, it's like an on-the-fly, really, like, just like a really fast puzzle. And there's some reflexes in. It gets baked in. You know, like, exactly which frame to use a blank on so you don't waste them too much. The other little thing is, you know, learning which items are worth your money in the shops, which items are, you know, guns are worth using over other ones. And for that, there's some, like, I have a slight little resource. You can go to retoscale.com, which is retoscale.com. And that is my personal tier list. Where, like, it has my ranking of every item. It's not, like, perfectly up to date, and it will definitely change it'll be changing for sure with the new update if they're going to be buffing and nerfing weapons. Kind of want the Patriot. It's been a while since we've had it. I don't love it. Like, I don't think it's amazing, but it's been a while since we've had it. So, yeah, playing with that open might help you out if you want to just know. I'm not saying it's definitively correct, but I've been playing for a long time, so, I mean, it'll probably help you out if you're lost. And it also has, you know, easy, quick links to get to the wiki. I don't gain any money by this website, so I'm not, like, self-promoting something that is gonna, you know, give me any kind of money. It's just, like, I think it'll help. It's part of the reason I did it. It's just, and it's really just for people, like, people who have no real clue. Because some of it is subjective. Some people play better up close. But some people, I mean, that's wild to me, but maybe some people play better up close. Another thing that is a big tip is that tables are overpowered. Like, use them like mad. Every time you flip over a table, you get a little bit of invincibility frames, like you literally can't take damage. Also, it does a mini blank effect around the table. And that is really, really dang OP. You can literally slide into a table and flip it, and it gives you a really large amount of invincibility frames. So don't be afraid to do that if you're gonna, like, if you're rolling into a safe position. Like, you could do something like this. See? It's a little risky, I guess. You know, like, maybe your reflexes won't be there for it, but just know that tables are really strong. They block bullets for a little bit longer than they look like they should. Like, when they're shooting at you, they'll break, but they'll even last a little bit longer. They'll block bullets even if they're gone. It's a little strange, but it's beneficial, so we love it. Other than that, like, really just, like, play a lot. Because I didn't get this consistent right away. It took me a long time to get this consistent. Chaos bullets, we take those. Are we going to spawn the Lord of the Jam today? On accident? I have no idea what curse we're at. No clue. I'll drop Big Boy before I let that happen, though. Oh, like, I don't want to lose Big Boy. But if we do, we do. Did I make it to the shrine with the shield on the last floor? I don't even know. Like, it was intentional that I didn't go. I don't really like to go there. But yeah, it was definitely intentional, I promise. But I don't even remember if we had the shield when we got there. Who knows? That's really nice. Honestly, I don't think I even need the ability to steal. I think we're gonna get off the rails with our curse. I don't think I need Patriot that bad. Just like I said, I don't even think Patriot's that good. Can we cheese him? We can. It don't slow him down, though. I don't know if that was going to be a hit or not. It's worth it. It's worth it. Stupid. So dummy. I don't know what I'm doing here with the Becheezer. I guess Anvilin is probably our best. Maybe Mutation. It's definitely accurate. Can't quite tell. He's coming towards us. He's slow. Slow is so OP. Oh. Oh, bang. You've got to be kidding me. That is really good. This run is meme-worthy from the get-go. On to the next. Gungeon Advanced Gungeons is one of my favorites because it kind of is like a nerf to the boss damage cap. Without, like, literally being one. It's like a nerf to the boss damage cap. It's a nerf to everybody's health. So, I mean, obviously that's great. It's like it's a damage upgrade and a boss damage cap reduction. Kind of. Not literally, but kind of. Adjacently. Got him. Wish this sucker was just a little bit more inaccurate. You heard me, right? I'm looking for... Give me bouncy bullets. I guess wouldn't even matter. If we could get bouncy butt bullets, that would be nice. Like, if we could actually get the item bouncy bullets, that would go a long way for us. Alright. Let's do it. That is something I need to employ more often. Like, we can spawn them and blow them up at the exact same, like, time. Why are we not doing that? I should be using it like crazy, truly. Because we don't have to take the item. And even if we, like, if the item shows up and we're at max curse, we can switch out our other cursed items for it. Is the thing. Gotta love the floor 4 music. Oh, chickified. Chickified. Stop. Stop. And villain, Banger Supreme, certified Banger Supreme. Okay. Delete him. Big boy charges up before Lament. That makes sense, because Lament can get really stupid. Gotta love smileys. Oh! This is going pretty darn well for not getting hit. Like, we've gotten hit maybe, like, what? Twice? Thrice? Twice? Is that it? Is that it for 4? I'm not sure. Oh, boy. Jacob asks, what did you go to college for? Ooh, big question. I went to college for no good reason. I didn't really go for anything, and that was not a good choice. That's why I stopped going. It was not enticing me in any possible way. Like, I had no idea. I had no idea. Like, if I would have waited, maybe I could have, like, thought of something. But I don't know. It's too much money for something to be so unsure about. Like, I think that kids, and that's the thing, is like, it's so early to make such a big decision. I feel like you just shouldn't be afraid to wait a little while. You know? Like, yeah, some of the knowledge maybe won't be as fresh in your head. Oh, and that could be a problem depending on the field you're in, but if you know for sure, like, go right away. But I don't think people should be as afraid to wait a year or so, like, and mull it over. Like, I wish I would have. But at the same time, I almost wish I didn't. I wouldn't be doing this, probably. Like, you know. So, but that I just got lucky, you know. I put in a lot of effort, and there's definitely some elements of luck. Like, I put in a lot of effort every single day for 7 years. So it's not like it wasn't just a freebie, like, situation, you know. But I didn't know. If I would have waited, maybe I would have gone to do something. My thoughts were, over time, I had the thought of film, going for, like, film studies. But I don't know what I would do with that is the thing. Like, I don't know. Just, like, because you can make film anyways. You would just go for connections, and I wasn't going to a place where I would have even gotten those, per se. It was, like, not a... I don't know. There's that. I was interested in psychology. There's always thoughts of game design, but with the way that the field of game design has been shifting, I wouldn't want to work in a corporate game development field. I would have wanted to work in indie anyways, and I feel like I would have, you know, just been better off going solo on that. Or not solo, but, like, at the very least, like, with people. So, I don't know. There's just a lot of things. Graphic design. And here's the thing. Like, I am using a lot of those elements in my daily life now anyways. So for me, like, I'm not saying I'll never go back. Like, because maybe I will. I don't know. I don't know what it would be for, though, at this point still. I don't know. Nothing screamed to me. But I think that a lot of people should not be afraid to wait a little while. Like, if you're positive, if you know for sure what you want to do, like, this message does not apply to you, obviously. Like, obviously I'm talking to the people who aren't sure, who feel like they have to, you know, like, I think you can talk about it and figure it out, or you could go just for general education and then figure out specifics later. I don't know. I think it all depends. But I think that, you know, the normal plan for college and everything like that has tapered a bit. Dear God, why do we have to always get weird things? Also, the music is overlapping over itself. Let's fill something up. No, you know what? We don't even need to. This run is stupid. It's so good. Out of here. But, I mean, I think the thing I went longest for was maybe graphic... No, not gone for, but had in my mind, maybe graphic design. But the thing that was the closest to being real, and this is weird. Maybe it's not. You know what? It makes so much sense. The other thing I was thinking of was zoology of some sort. I don't know. But the thing that I pursued most real, like, before deciding I didn't really like the format, was a psychology major with a film studies minor. Bizarre. And at that point I was just like, okay, I don't think I want to pursue these things, so why would I do this? You know, like, or just like, I'd rather pursue things indie, or I'd rather pursue things solo anyways. Like, the knowledge is helpful, but the knowledge is out there if you want it for a lot of things. Psychology is a different story. If I wanted to actually be like a psychologist, that's a different story. Some things you have to go the traditional route. Are we gonna spawn the boy? Nope. All right. I think we probably want to leave it though. Wow. See, this is what my answer was going to be when I said shot grub. Why about shot grub? It's because this thing is nuts. But yeah, I don't know. If I went back for anything at this point, it would maybe, I guess, maybe be game design or psychology or game psychology, like, which is a thing. But the thing is with that, I don't know. Like, I'm not that excited about the basics of like the most applicable forms of game psychology right now are if you want to research whether or not video games cause violence, which there's already like an overcrowding of studies proving that there's really not that big of a correlation. So it's just like, I mean, we're not going to get into that. But it's just like, I'm not that excited about that topic. The other one is, what's the other one? Education in games. I guess like I'd be a little bit more interested in that. But the final like huge thing that gets, there's jobs for, per se, is figuring out like, on like free-to-play games with microtransactions, stuff like that, or just games with microtransactions, etc. Figuring out when people are most likely to spend money, or like why they spend money or why they'd leave. The psychology does interest me around it, but it feels predatory to me in a way that seems so scary and invasive. So I'm just not interested in that. So I don't think I would do it. So it's like, what would I do? I don't know. I'd rather like, oh, I love this one. I'd rather do something solo, some kind of like, if not anything like what I'm doing now, I would want to do like some kind of self-run business, like for sure. I want to work from home and do something creative and do it from home. What's going on up there? The fish boy's flopping around. This run is so dang dumb. You can tell because we had absolute free reign to talk about whatever we wanted. God, it's super hot. Watch. I think I'm going to drop it. He always gives me a headache. Yes, it's OP. Like, don't get me wrong. I know that it's so strong. But I also just, like, I'd rather not. It just really, it bothers me. Huh. But, I also completely forgot. Another thing that I was going to go for was literally just business. But I don't know. Like, that's like the boring path, you know? For me. That was like, all right, I'll just give up and I'll do something. What's something that can be used no matter what I do, almost? Probably business. And that's maybe the answer of if I were to go back for something. I guess maybe business, or maybe psychology, or maybe zoology. I don't know. The end. Stop asking me. That's a joke. I'm saying I'll stop asking myself. Thank you for asking the question. It incited a very, probably a more informative rant than people probably wanted or expected. Heyo, that's a hexagon though. We'll do it if we get the money, which we probably won't. That's a bummer. Chicken pie! Okay. I think this might actually be the best for this fight. Just because it's going to leave a lot of the fish on the ground. Well, it's not even doing that, though. Why ain't it doing that? It's not leaving the fish to shoot guns. Is it because he technically is over a pit? Are they all just falling right into the pit? That's so sad. Or are they shooting? Nope, they're shooting. They're shooting. Okay. It's doing pretty good damage. I'm not gonna change anything. Also, it's such a good... I love it. It's such a funny synergy. It's so good. Alright. Now for this, though. I feel like we probably do have something strong. Honestly, this might even be stronger. With the synergy. Thanks, pal. Big no. Big no. Oh, we missed out. We missed out. We can get away with Moira here. Oh, come on. That lasted so much longer than I thought. And you're done, son. Dwayne the Butt Stuffer asks, did you pick your Pokemon teams based off of how cool the Pokemon were or their stats? We all know you picked it based off of your stats. You were a lesser person. Oh, shots fired. Big shots fired. I picked based off of set. No, I didn't. I did not. I never picked it based off of stats. It was always based off of coolness, but also I don't care if you label me hipster, whatever the hell you want. I would want a team of Pokemon that I didn't see very often. Like, I put my starter in the box or I released them immediately. And I would pick someone from the first routes in the game. And I would immediately raise them as my starter. Raise them as my own. I made a huge mistake. I think it won't matter, but I made a huge mistake here. Like, you know, like I'd take a Hoot or something like that. And I would raise them. Or like, just Pokemon that maybe aren't the strongest. Like, in fact, I almost usually picked things reverse by stats. Like, because I wanted a challenge. Like, Pokemon is not inherently a hard game, especially if you want to grind. It's not a hard game. So I wanted to give myself challenge. So if I wasn't doing, like, a Nuzlocke or anything. Whoa. Which I did sometimes. Yeah, I would be actively choosing, bad Pokemon. Like, Pokemon that have bad stats. Just to have more of a challenge and to, see some newer Pokemon that you don't see all the time. Get out of here with your ending here. Would anybody be interested in, big question of the day, anybody be interested in Pokemon Sword and Shield when it came out? Because this would be the first Pokemon release that's on a console that I, have that has HDMI that I can capture with my Elgato. Is that something anybody would be interested in? Because I'd probably be interested in it. But I have no idea. Like, and obviously, most people will probably just blindly say yes because it's like, hey, that's more content. But I'm curious. Would you watch it? Is maybe the better question. Is that something you would watch? Because I think that could be fun. I could do it like a Nuzlocke to kind of turn the game sort of into a roguelike. It's pretty much the way I like to play Pokemons at this point, is just because the game is, it's really easy. Like, it's supposed to be easy enough so that kids can tackle it. So I've been playing the Nuzlocke, which is just, Pokemon but permadeath if you're uninformed. Like, Pokemon if the stakes were raised to 100, is basically what it is. Ha! Ha! For those of you who are... I'm so befuddled about how to handle this one guy who are interested in something like that. I have done 2 Nuzlocks on my channel before. So, go check those out. Just search Retromation. Ooh. Pokemon. Oh. I did one for Pokemon Leaf Green, which got really far. I won't spoil it. No, it ended. I didn't. Oh. And then also Pokemon Emerald. I did both of them. No! I don't have time for that. You think I have time for that? Oh. Never clone. Never clone, never loop. It's just not my jam. If they added a loop, like a built-in clone or a built-in loop to the game, I would consider that an insult. Not really. Like, you wouldn't have to do it. But it's the kind of thing where the moment you add something to a game, it impacts the flavor and stakes of the game immediately. Like, think about game psychology, guys. Think about, like, Yoshi's Woolly World, how it has, if you don't know, it has a mode, you can play the game normally, oh my god, or you can play the game with, like, wings and invincibility, and the only way you can die, I think, is, like, falling into pits. And it's just completely different. It's kiddie mode, like, for sure, you know. This is the mode that you can play with your kids, is what it is. But, like, knowing it's there and knowing you can turn it on at literally any moment feels weird at the back of your mind. So you're like, people like to create challenge for themselves, but knowing that you, and it's stupid. Maybe, but, like, I think this is how a lot of people are. Like, knowing that there is a big button right there that could let you, you know, turn the mode into kiddie mode at any moment makes a lot of people feel like their challenge is silly sometimes. Like, why am I doing the harder thing? When in reality, like, people are seeking challenge. So, like, the moment you put something in the game, whether or not, even though, like, it could be something where it's optional, you're still impacting more things than you know. Well, you're impacting more than you think. Oh. Or especially, like, look at Kirby's Epic Yarn, or at least the original one. Like, it ain't hard at all. And thus, like, you know, people don't want to play it because it's like, where's the challenge? It doesn't feel like, it feels like you're playing, God, which is a bummer because the visuals of that game are outstanding. And I love Kirby, don't get me wrong, but it's not a challenge. It's just like, you know, if you play it long enough, you win. And that's the case with anything, really, any game. Like, you play Gungeon long enough, guess what? You will get good enough to win. And that's, you know, tie it back to later, AO, full circle. But, what am I doing? Making a self-imposed challenge, guys. What was I getting at? What was my point there? I think it's just like, people do want to be challenged. You know, subconsciously or consciously. Most people don't want to play games for no mental stimulation unless it's purely like a relax game. And even then you're probably stimulating something in your mind of challenge. Like, maybe it's persistence. You know, like the persistence of coming back to, like, Animal Crossing every day to pluck your weeds and talk to your I was gonna say followers. Talk to your captive animals. No, you know, talk to your villagers. Maybe the thing you want to challenge is your persistence, or is your ability to, you know, like, make everybody happy with you. You know, it still can be a challenge, or it could be a design challenge. Maybe you play the game because you want to have the nicest house in the game, or your personal challenge of what the nicest XYZ is. And I don't know. It's like if in Animal Crossing you play the game and you also had the option to, you could play the game, but also you could just press a button in a catalog to just immediately get any furniture item in the game to decorate your house however you want. It's a completely different game. Then that only appeals to the people who want to design. And that's Happy Home Designer, which is also a good game. But, like, it's a completely different game. Anyway, wow, what a podcast this was. Hopefully, a lot of you seem to really tell me that you appreciate the podcast style episodes. To that I say, I'm super glad, because they're really fun to do. But that puts us on a whopping streak of 174. I think this isn't, like, I think it's really telling that, to my point about challenge, that the runs that I'm doing OP, like, I'm, like, doing amazingly, I'm so dang strong, way too dang strong, become the podcast episodes, you know? Like, think about that for a second. Like, that one did not take any of my mental capacity whatsoever, so therefore, like, I wasn't even really engaged. per se. Like, it was too easy for me because of all of the stuff I had. It was so smooth to me. So therefore, you know, it's a little bit less engaging. Maybe more fun, or maybe not more fun than, no, I'd say for me, it's not more fun than a run where I had to, like, try. Like, I had something unique about the run, but it was hard. It was still, like, I still had to be engaged. That's my favorite type of run, is something that has flavor, but is still challenging. And that wraps up my TED Talk. Thank you, everybody, for coming out here. Follow on Twitch, twitch.tv/retromation. Follow there for sure if you want to catch new stuff for Farewell to Arms when that comes out. Subscribe here if you have not already. I'm going to be playing a hell of a lot of Farewell to Arms on YouTube and Twitch when it comes out on April 5th. Mark your calendars, buckos. Thank you, thank you. See you next time.